Our life is different from celebrities. We all can agree on this. It's harder for them to find a partner who would love them for who they are, and constant fear of losing fans if they get a partner. Many Korean celebrities gave their reasons why they are not married yet when they are already at that age to tie the knot. Sandara Park, who is 39 years old, hasn't been in any dating scandals. She has been shipped with other artists like G-Dragon, but she has never confirmed that she is dating anyone. As we know, during their trainee and early debut years, companies don't allow their artists to date. Sandara found another way to date and talked about it. You will get cut down if you date, because as a trainee, you're supposed to be harnessing your skills and practicing. After we debuted, a 5-year dating ban was implemented, so I chose to cyber date. Then she shared many idols' fears, which break many relationships. One time, a vacation leave was given to me, so my ex-boyfriend and I planned a trip. He was excited for it, but on the day of the trip, I got terrified. I thought that if I went outside, people would shout, "Oh look, it's to anyone," and lots of paparazzi would come. So on that day, I ghosted him. He called multiple times, but I just stared at my phone and said sorry. Sandara then confirmed that her ex-boyfriend was a celebrity when host member Kim Guore asked about his status. Which is really sad. The fear of getting caught and then getting slandered is massive among the idols. You can see from Karina's situation that probably she thought in the beginning that the time had changed and people were more accepting, but no, everything has been, and she felt like she needed to apologize to her fans. As well, in another interview, Sandara said, "When I was a trainee, I was scolded for being in a relationship, and my manager took away my cell phone. Then after I debuted, there was a 5-year dating ban, but now that she is free and older, she can do whatever she pleases. But still, even though she got her freedom to find the one, she says she doesn't want to get married." Korean singer and actor Tak Jae-hoon asked her, "Why, do you hate men?" To which, Dara replied that she has witnessed too many failed marriages, so she just opts to stay single. "It's not like that. I want to stay single. There are too many people around me who have failed marriages. It is quite common among people whose parents got divorced." If you have watched a video that I made about Sandara's father, you would understand why she thinks like this. Even though she doesn't want to get married, she is open to dating. "Only recently did I make up my mind to date actively. All I needed was a will to be more assertive. I would like to take this opportunity to apologize to my ex-boyfriends." Boa, who is 37 years old, mentioned a few times that she wants to get married, but to this day she hasn't. Boa said that she believed that she would get married after 5 years of her career. Well, you know, all K-pop idols had a short lifespan in the industry years ago. It was mostly no longer than 5 years. So, I figured I would retire in about 5 years as well. I thought I would go to school and get married. When Yoonghwa laughed, Boa said, "Uni, I honestly believed that I would get married. I used to say that it's my dream to become a good wife and wise mother." In 2015, she did an interview. When asked about her thoughts on marriage and the type of person she would like to get married to, the singer answered, "I think it would be nice to get married 5 to 6 years from now," adding, "I would prefer someone who shares the same beliefs and interests as me." About herself, she commented, "I want to become an understanding woman who can listen to anybody's story." Unfortunately, that time came and she still hadn't found anyone. But maybe they are dating, we don't know. Another artist who set a time when they want to get married is G-Dragon. He has been vocal about wanting to get married and have kids for years. He has been linked to quite a few ladies like the model Kiko Mizuhara, After School's Lee Joyeon, and then Blackpink's Jennie. There have been more, but they are the most popular dating gossips. Back in 2013, he already mentioned that he wanted to get married. "If I had someone, I could get married tomorrow," said G-Dragon. "They say you can spot the person you're going to marry with one's glance. Is that true?" G-Dragon also added, I have this big fantasy about what marriage is like. When you're dating, there are good parts, but there's also bad parts. I feel like I can't focus on what I like, and I feel like my energy gets taken away. I think if I had a dependable family, I would have a good time both at work and with my family. During the Big Bang anniversary, before they enlisted in the military, they wrote letters to themselves to see in the year 2021. G-Dragon wrote in his that he by that time will be married and having a baby. As we know, that didn't happen. So it seems he still didn't find the one, or he is just bad at keeping a girlfriend, as his band members suggest. Taeyang revealed, a lot of people might think that G-Dragon would be perfect at dating, but he's actually only good at playing games, push and pull, as described in Korean. He continued, when he gave me advice, my relationship with my girlfriend became worse. G-Dragon tried to explain that this happened because he gave advice coming from a position where he is closer to Taeyang and on his side. However, Sungri wittily remarked that while G-Dragon is good at coaching, he's not good with his own relationships, and said, Big Bang's sad songs are all from G-Dragon's failed relationships, causing everyone to break out into laughter. G-Dragon retorted, just do well yourself. I noticed that with many idols who are at the older age, they do want to get married but just cannot find a person that they would want to marry. But also there are people who sometimes want to get married and sometimes don't. Just basically hasn't made their minds up yet. And one of them is Heechul. Heechul is already 41, even though during his young days he thought he would never get married. That changed. On my ugly duckling, he said. I asked Shin Dong-yup, don't you think I should get married soon? I want to get married before turning 40, and he said, getting married at even 50 is too soon for you. Hearing this, So Jang Hoon commented, personally, I can't imagine Kim Heechul getting married and raising kids. Which many people can't imagine, and especially how often he changes his mind about marriage. In 2021, he then said he didn't want to get married anymore. I think it's become a trend these days not to get married. I also don't have any plans to get married. If I get married, I can't be on my little old boy anymore. But my mom loves this show. So I'm not interested in getting married anymore. Which is a sad reason to stay single just because your mother likes to be on TV. But in 2023, he announced that he does want to get married again but has no confidence anymore. I have to get married, but I don't think I can do it. I have no confidence in myself when it comes to it. Jung Woo is younger than me, but he's doing great and I'm envious of him. Taking responsibility for a family is a natural thing in a way, but just because it is natural doesn't mean we can do it well. Regarding why he changed his mind, Heechul said, when I saw the falling birth rate statistics, I thought he shouldn't talk about marriage just like that. So instead of saying, I don't want to get married, I'd rather say, I don't think I can get married, considering the sudden plummet in birth rate in Korea. To be honest, he shouldn't feel that he needs to get married because nobody needs to just choose to do it. It's okay to stay in a relationship without getting married if another person agrees with that. So nobody should push those thoughts that you need to get married. Of course, there are plenty more K-pop idols who are not married, like almost all Super Junior members and TVXQ. Even first-generation HOT members like Kangta and Tony who are over 40 and not married. And nobody would care if they decided to get married, but it's not easy even if you have the freedom to do so. As we know, in South Korea, the birth rate went down to the lowest percentage that has ever been, and the government is thinking of helping the youth meet each other by hosting events. So if for normal people it's hard to find someone, for celebrities it's even harder. Another issue, of course, for younger idols is fans. When EXO's member Chin announced his marriage, fans went berserk and demanded that he be kicked out of EXO. So can you imagine how much stress it puts on idol? It's their job, their income, that these crazy fans try to take away just because you found someone you love deeply and who makes you happy. So many idols have to wait till they hit an older age once their fans, too, grow up and move on, to get married. But probably many idols were dating someone and had to break up because the relationship couldn't move further. Not many people will stay by your side in secret for decades, meeting rarely because they don't want to get caught. In this kind of setup, you can lose a very good person who could have been a partner for life. It's very sad, and I wish fans wouldn't go crazy when someone announces they are dating or getting married. You can congratulate them, but harassing them for their decision is not your right. But sadly, many of those crazy fans feel that it's their right to harass them with the mentality that their companies don't allow them to date, so they shouldn't. Many companies these days say that they can't date only because fans wouldn't freak out, but actually they don't care if they date, they just wish them not to get caught. Of course, there are plenty of reasons why so many Korean actors are not married, and each case is different. Let's look at some actors who are quite older and still single and what their reasoning is. Park Min-young has stunning visuals. Of course, many men would like to snatch her for themselves. However, at 38 years old she is still single, and the reasoning we all could relate to. Just unlucky. She has been in a few dating rumors, and if they were actually together, lead nowhere. The confirmed one was with Lee Min-ho, but they ended their relationship due to busy schedules. She was rumored to be dating Ji Chang-wook, Kim Jae-wook and Park So-joon. None of them were confirmed, and most likely fans wanted them to be together, and that's why there are reports of them dating. But her most recent relationship proved that she does want to be in a relationship but just can't pick the right guy. She was caught dating a businessman who, later on, was revealed to be a scammer. She said she didn't know this, and they broke up right after she found out. This whole issue is still going on and is destroying her image in Korea. Hopefully, everything will be all right and she will have better luck in choosing the right guy. But there are people who want to get married but can't. Jung Woo Sung was asked once on the show why he was not married, and he answered, "I couldn't get married. It's not that I didn't get married. Being 42 years old, you would think he was in at least a few public relationships. But no, only in one with Kim Min-hee in 2013. After getting exposed by Dispatch in April 2013, Kim Min-hee and So In-sung confirmed they were dating. Jo In-sung and Kim Min-hee only stayed a couple for a year before calling it quits. Their agencies explained that they decided to part ways due to busy schedules. When asked about the breakup, Jo In-sung said he didn't understand women enough, so he couldn't be a better boyfriend. He didn't even know what his own mother was thinking. Netizens wonder why a top-tier star like Jo In-sung is not dating, but for the actor himself, it is a disadvantage when starting a relationship with a woman, because his popularity can be a burden for his partner. Jo In-sung once shared that his celebrity image could place pressure on his girlfriend. People think he can easily meet women, but that's not entirely true. He thought women who dated him were likely to have a hard time just because he is Jo In-sung. Which answers why he said he just couldn't get married. Almost the same scenario is with Jung Woo Sung, or could even be the future of many other Korean actors. Jung Woo Sung is 51 years old, and this age is very hard to get married. He also, like Jo In-sung, said that he just couldn't get married. It certainly wasn't my choice to stay single until now. It was more like I couldn't get married because I missed the timing for it. Which is sad. During your youth you have to work and hide all your relationships, which puts pressure on them, but it's even worse once the public finds out. They start harassing you and your partner, which we have seen time and time again, especially with young idols. And every time, it leads to their breakup. Jung Woo Sung spoke about this. "If I'm being honest with you, I feel sorry for all the celebrities out there. They're just like everybody else, you know. But why do they have to get so hated for having a girlfriend or boyfriend? It is sad being an actor or celebrity. We are humans just like everyone else, but just because we are famous, we are told we shouldn't date." The same was for him. He was a heartthrob during his youth, and dating scandals would have harmed his career. And now that he is 51 years old, he is lonely, he may never find the one, and his prime time is over. But what he talked about came true for him. I know his situation is messy. I made a video before about that. But public never knows the whole truth, and due to that scandal he had to go into hiding. And the same thing is going to continue with other actors and idols unless something changes. The things that need to change are fans being crazy, possessive, and delusional. Their parasocial relationships with celebrities causing a lot of harm to actors and idols, inflicting a fear of openly dating and getting married. Gong Yoo shares the same feelings. While being on MBC Docuflex's Coffee Prince special of youth documentary, he talked with Yoon Hai about marriage, as especially Gong Yoo is 45 years old. To this Gong Yoo answered, "I'm not thinking I'll never get married or anything like that. But I think I just missed my timing. It's sad to hear all these actors think they have lost their timing to get married." Dong Wook, even at 42 years old, thinks he is not ready to get married but still thinks about it time to time. "I do have thoughts about wanting to get married, but I don't think I'm mature enough to establish a family yet. Even so, I can't register with marriage information agencies or actively go on blind dates. My life is predictable, so that's probably why I'm in this situation right now." But also he mentioned that he became very comfortable being alone. "I have become too comfortable with being alone. I guess it's because I've become used to it, but I'm sure it'll work out. Everything about it. When I get home after enjoying drinks with friends, I feel comfortable being alone rather than feeling empty. Dating is about sharing my time, space, and feelings. And I find myself wanting to share these with someone else, but at the same time, I also feel comfortable by myself despite being lonely. So, my thoughts are going back and forth. But he still has hope of meeting someone. I'm waiting for a good person to come along someday. Although I want to get married, I don't feel it's going to happen anytime soon," he said. "I don't think I'm mature enough to fulfill those responsibilities as a dedicated member of a household." Probably many feel this way, not being sure if they actually want to get married, feeling you are not ready, but still there is a hope that you meet someone who get rid of all your worries about marriage. And as well to mention, Dong Wook mentioned many times that his schedule is really busy and it's hard to meet even friends, let alone potential partner. And during this time he is prioritizing work. But there are many celebrities like that, and it would take a long time to mention all of them. Even Lee Min-ho, who is 37 years old, he is getting older, time is ticking, but he is not showing any signs of wanting to get married and just enjoys dating. He has been in many dating rumors and has confirmed a few. As mentioned before, he dated Park Min-young, as well used to date Suzy. And not that long ago he got caught hanging out with Momoland member Yeon-woo. So he is busy dating but not busy to commit for a lifetime, which is his choice. And some fans think he will never gonna get married. He revealed his ideal type. "I'd like a girl who makes me happy and comfortable after a harsh and tiring day at work," and his ideal girlfriend doesn't have to be tall, but he favors girls with fair skin, a mature personality, who can get a bit cute and clumsy. All his past partners shows these characteristics. But there are people who really want to get married, and it's Jang Keun-suk, who is 36 years old. He has openly said many times how badly he wants to get married. In 2023, he even signed up at a marriage agency. When he met the matchmaker, Jang Keun-suk described his ideal wife. "First of all, she needs to be a considerate person. And someone who knows exactly where she is heading with life. I want her to be younger than I am as well. Most importantly though, she must be busy, since I have a hectic life myself. I don't want my wife to wait around for me to get home all day. Just say, if she had been waiting for me if I came home late after having some drinks with friends or something, I'll feel uncomfortable." Following his time with the matchmaker, Jang Keun-suk shared how he imagines himself proposing to his future girlfriend. If I get the feeling that I want to marry her, I feel like I would propose to her over our casual everyday meal. Of course, I'll officially propose to her again. But I think my first non-official proposal will just be like, hey, shall we get married? On a day that's no different from any other day. And he does everything to find a partner. He appeared on his close colleague Cha Yoo-ryan's YouTube channel. He greeted, "As you know, I'm still single, enjoying my free time," and when asked by Cha Yoo-ryan if he's openly seeking a partner, he humorously replied, "I'm in a hurry these days," eliciting laughter. He also appeared on My Ugly Duckling together with Heechul and talked about wanting to get married. Heechul said, "Guys, I want to get married, all of a sudden." In response to his sudden words, Jang Keun-suk nodded and stated, "Yeah, I want to get married as well. I really want to get married now. It's about time, you know. I've reached my limit as a single person. I've exhausted all possibilities as a single person when it comes to both work and relationships. I'm more than done being single. I intuitively feel that it's time to move on to the next phase of life. I feel like I should establish my own family before it becomes too late. I want children before I turn 40. Heechul responded, "Yeah, it sounds like you're ready for marriage," and Lee Hong-gi commented, "I remember back when he was in his early 30s, he said he didn't want to get married. Hopefully they will meet someone soon." To conclude this video, what we could figure out about why there are so many single Korean actors, and that's due to being unlucky, demanding work schedules, focus on career, public image, fan expectations, and focus on personal growth. And once all these things don't matter anymore when they are older, they feel like they lost their timing and lost all hope in marriage. It's the sad reality of being a celebrity. But what are your thoughts? Thank you for watching and see you next time.